Over the years, I had the good fortune of examining entrepreneurship among the bottom of pyramid youth, mainly from the rural background, from African geographies. Most of the youth, they, as I mentioned, are from rural background with little formal education and meager resources, often turned away from the financial institutions with no support system, non existent support system whatsoever. Yet, when I examined them on the presence of entrepreneurial spirit or doing business with integrity and openness to learn new things, they scored consistently high. This raises two important questions. If the entrepreneurship is an innate and heritable trait, and the second question, if those who do not possess it have lesser chance of becoming entrepreneurs, no matter how qualified they are education wise or how impressive their biodata is. These days, one witnesses mushrooming of many institutions around the world offering entrepreneurship degrees to aspiring students. Consultants thrive on conducting 1 day, 2 day, 3 days workshops on training entrepreneurs. While this surely exhibits the entrepreneurial bent of mind of trainers, how much this helps entrepreneurs is an unsolved mystery. If entrepreneurship was an acquired skill, then the entire world by now would have been filled with entrepreneurs. But that does not seem to be the fact. That's not to belittle, and don't take me wrong, that's not to belittle the importance of education or training. Surely the logical reasoning, maintaining books, planning, carrying out the environmental scanning does help in furtherance of the enterprise. But mere education without heritable traits will not produce an entrepreneur. Let me explain what I mean by the term heritable. Heritability is a technical term denoting the proportion of observed differences in a trait among individuals from a certain population that is due to the genetic differences among these individuals. In our sample of over 5,000 plus entrepreneurs, we noticed that over two-thirds had parents who were at some point in their life involved in some sort of entrepreneurial activities. The children just followed their instincts and followed the footsteps. Genetic mutations are such compulsive forces that conditions the progenies to get into business. Such individuals have a never say die attitude, if you will, and despite setbacks, despite failures, never give up in their pursuit. Our conclusions are supported by the study carried out by the Department of Twin Research and Genetic Epidemiology of King's College London. The study was conducted by a number of researchers, including Tim Spector and Lynn Cherkas of the department at the college, along with Scott Shane, professor of entrepreneurial studies at Case Western Reserve University. In short, the group studied the behavioral and molecular genetics of entrepreneurship by looking at a general pool of people as well as identical and fraternal twins. They tested the number of businesses a person had started, the length of time someone was self employed, and other factors such as the desire to run a business. And what were the findings? 37 to 48% of the tendency to be an entrepreneur is genetic. 37 to 48%. The tendency to identify new business opportunities is in your genes and not acquired. Self employment income is heritable, which means that genetics affect not only the tendency to engage in entrepreneurship, but also the ability to perform it. The tendency to have personality traits such as extroversion, openness, etc., has undoubtedly a genetic component. This suggests that our genes could affect our tendency to be an entrepreneur by influencing the type of personality that we develop. Furthermore, our study revealed that entrepreneurial mindset has a peculiar combination of heritable traits, genetic traits, resulting that results in producing the risk-taking alchemy. These are mostly what I call as non-cognitive, yet profoundly influencing our cognitive side of personality. These are what are these genetic heritable traits? These are great competitiveness, self-discipline, resilience, grit, growth mindset, natural networking ability, seeming the ability to relate to people, expressing views fearlessly, self belief and self efficacy, passion and drive to achieve success despite odds, and most importantly, conscientiousness. And very surprisingly, I have observed humor as a common factor present in most of the entrepreneurs that I have studied. Laughing at oneself helps to recalibrate our inflated, expansive notion about ourselves. As someone has rightly remarked, humor is a universal solvent against the abrasive elements of the realities of life. So, how do we observe these non cognitive traits to determine the entrepreneurship? Well, you need to take recourse to exact psychometric profiling of these attributes or traits that I mentioned above, and we have developed those kind of psychometric batteries that with great accuracy are able to determine entrepreneurship. So one of my observation is that rather than including each and every individual for study of entrepreneurship or promoting entrepreneurship, the right method would be to first screen them on the presence or absence of these traits or heritable traits and then focus on them. Maybe that's a better way of inculcating entrepreneurship in general. Let me at the end make a point on conscientiousness. Doing business ethically and with diligence is a fundamental value. Nobody wants to get cheated, but still people resort to cheating. The fundamental value is not to get cheated. You don't want others to be dishonest. Yet, we find many entrepreneurs resorting to unethical ways to make money. How do we explain this behavior? Well, that is the negative influence of the prevailing social norms that infects and corrodes the fundamental value of consciousness. But that's a larger subject to debate upon. Thank you very much.